This is the laundry facilities I'll be using while I'm staying in Janesville, Wisconsin, and working out of there. Pretty clean place. Yes, laundry and shower is what I'm doing right now. Getting ready for my first load out, which I'll be traveling to Indiana. And I'll see what I can do to take you with me. I can't film too much on the road. Good morning, everyone. I had a late night yesterday. I did a 14-hour day yesterday. Got parked about 9:40 last night. Did my post trip and quick bite to eat and went to bed. Me and Sophie were bushed. And she's still a little sleepy, aren't you, pup? Yeah, she's still a little sleepy. We're gonna get her out and about here in a little bit. I'll take you with me. Before she woke up, I made my coffee. I use a little electric tea kettle here with my pour over filter, and it works really good for me. I like good coffee, and that's one way for me to have it on the road. I mean, I do have other options. I have a microwave, as I showed you before, but a little bit, we'll show you kind of some basics on my pre-trip. I'm not going to go over it in complete detail, but I'll do an overview. The ones that are truck drivers are going to be bored with it, but some people that are new to trucking and what we go through every day will get an idea of what we go through. All right, here's my hours of service clock here. So you can see my rest break duration right now, I'm at 9 hours and 29 minutes. I had 30 minutes of driving left and 34 minutes total left in my day yesterday when I stopped. My cycle time is my 70 hours I get for 8 days. So I'm down to 57:30, so I used 12:30 of those yesterday. That doesn't include, off-duty time when I was waiting at a shipper for an hour and 40 minutes, things like that. So, kind of give you an idea. But that's the clock that's ticking. So this inspection isn't going to be an official inspection. I'm not allowed to do that off the clock. I actually have to do it on duty. So I'm going to kind of show you ahead of time what I go through. And then when I actually do it, I'll go through it pretty fast and I won't be able to explain it. So let me go through it now with you and I'll show you that. First thing I do, if you see, I don't know if you can see this, right here, this is my light check button. I click that once and it'll cycle through all the lights on the rig. Walking around, I'll flip the hood latch. Check my marker light here, front lights. If you sit in front here, I can check my clearance lights, my low beams and my high beams, and my flashers. It'll switch to the inside ones. There you go. I check my license plate. I check for my New York hut sticker. I also check make sure there's nothing obstructing this. This is actually a sensor. It's like radar, senses obstructions in front of you and it will actually apply the brakes. I check my mirrors. Now I walk around, do one complete loop, but starting in the front, I undo the latch, check the marker light, check my tires, see the hubs, see if there's any leaking going on. Then I'm gonna lift the hood up. Now from this side, I'm going to check all my hoses, my brakes, look for anything broken, damaged, worn, check my coolant level, make sure my coolant level's up. check for anything that might be leaking, any wet spots or anything. Any critters in there or anything like that. When I come to this side, I'll do the same thing. Oh, I got these caps off. It was on a charger not too long ago, so I'll put those back on here. Keep them from getting corroded. I noticed one little defect right there. Check all your steering linkage and everything. Grab a hold of this. Check in for the belt condition. I've got a flashlight I carry with. Check in there. Check all levels. If I need more washer fluid, I'll add that. Check my oil. There's my fill cap. Again, check for any wet spots or leaks around the engine, underneath it. You can see underneath better here. Now I'll continue my walk around. Like I said, go one direction. I could have started the engine on the other side, but whatever works for you, do it the same way every time. This is actually a sensor for my blind spot right here. If there's someone in my blind spot, it'll actually beep on the passenger side. Just an added level of security. Nothing replaces mirrors and your own eyes though. This is my APU. I check to make sure there's no leaks underneath that. Check cabling, check my hoses, make sure they're not dragging across the deck. Check my tire condition. Now I have auto air on these. They're a halo system. So tire pressure and thumping is most drivers will thump them, but I'll go through and do that when I do my actual inspection. I got a hammer I use. But they have a halo system, which is a cap that fits on the hub, and from driving down the road, the motion creates the pressure, fills the tire, and there's a regulator built in to maintain 105 pound PSI. I'm not sure exactly what they're set at, but I think it's like 105 PSI. I didn't see that when I pulled in last night. I'll take this and throw this off to the side here so we don't drive over it. We don't know what it is. Now check, hold on one second. And check my tire condition. Make sure my tread depth is decent. Make sure I don't have any low tires, cupping. I checked all this last night when I stopped too, but it's easier in the daylight. You're supposed to do a post and a pre-trip. Easier in daylight if you miss something at night too. Check the condition of my trailer tail. Some trailers have these, some don't. Aerodynamics. Check my lights again. All right. Check up there at the clearance lights. 5 of them. Kind of look around the trailer tail. Make sure my doors are latched. If I had freight on right now, which I'm empty, I would check the condition and securement of that if it's not a sealed load. Check the tires on this side, the hubs, the auto air system. And what I do at the end, I do one more final walk around after I've done this inspection. Of course, people are going to say I'm missing something. Okay, yeah, your brakes and stuff, and there's no brake lash on these ones right here, but you can check the condition of your rotors and your brakes themselves with a flashlight. But these are disc brakes, so there's not a lot you can do with these ones, not like the old drum brakes, so you don't see a lot of it. Check the condition of my aerodynamics kit. Make sure it's not loose, flapping. And see this right here. I knew about this, and I'm going to secure this before I go. It needs to be repaired. I'll put in a repair request for that when I get back, temporarily secure it. Check in here, get inside here, check the condition, look for leaks, look for wet spots around the transaxle, seals, underneath, condition of your exhaust, cables, look for fraying, chafe marks and stuff we're coming up on road check week shortly, and they will check for stuff like that. So my air conditioner, my load bars, make sure they're secure. All right, and that's just a general walk around. I didn't go too in depth for a lot of you, but you get the general idea of what I'm doing here. Here's the part loading up in here for Sophie. I got her these stairs this year, and they kind of work like this, so just take them and set them on the step here. A little safety strap there. And take a look. That makes it a lot easier for her to get in. Straighten them out a little bit here. Come on, Sophie. Right here. Come on. She's still new to them. There she goes. And I kind of guide her up there. Make sure she doesn't fall. And that's how we get in. She used to be able to jump this. She'd get front paws hit here and her back paws would hit here, and then she'd step up. But a little stiffer, a little older now. She can't do that, and I don't want her hurting herself. So these were a good investment for her safety. They'd also work pretty good for an RV. So bought them on Amazon. What I do is I measured the height of this step and the height of this threshold to kind of see where we were at. And I got them to the height of this threshold here, which would also work as a pickup tailgate height, or maybe in some of the taller campers it might be easier too. I just figured I'd show you this backup. It's about a block you have to back into this place. Well, you don't have to, but there's very seldom spots to turn around in there, and it tends to get backed up, and it's easier just to back in for me because my dock is way at the end and it's a straight shot in most of the way. Weaving in and out of a few trucks there, but it's an outdoor dock I load at. I don't load at an indoor dock like some of them do. But this was my last. I had one more stop after this. I didn't do any filming there. It was pretty quick in and out of there, and I was kind of pressed for time to get it back to Janesville because there was another driver waiting on it, so I didn't want to delay it any, and it takes a little extra time to shoot video on these, so I hope you appreciate the video footage I get you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I got some great content coming up. I hope you all like it. I know I've got some positive responses from you. Hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.